2024, can we stop asking men to take care of us and pay our bills immediately as soon as we meet them? As if they're obligated to financially make sure we're secure fresh out the gate. I will never understand this. I hear the craziest stories from men, how they'll go on a first date with a woman or their first conversation with a woman, and immediately she's making it a requirement and a standard to pay their bills and fly them out and take them shopping and drip them in designer and take care of their 3 kids. It's not even theirs, and this is the standard if you want to get to know me, let alone date me. That's insane to me. Like, I can't understand that or comprehend, because I feel like as a woman you should hold your own and you should make sure your bills are taken care of on your own. I'm all for a man leading and providing and protecting, because that's what a man's supposed to do. And a part of providing is, of course, making sure that his woman is financially secure. But the key word there is his women. You can't just meet a man, he doesn't even know you, y'all don't even know if you're going to be together, and the standard is you got to pay my bills. Like, that's crazy to me. But if a man met you on the first date and the first night and he wanted to have sex with you, you would be appalled and offended. Doesn't make sense.
You can't stroll on TikTok no more without you run across a video about, I need a man to pay all the bills. I need a man. Honey, them men's right there is gone to glory. You ain't gonna find them men's no more, honey. You gonna be wishing on a whim and a prayer, honey. Cause ain't no good man is out here no more, honey. Not like that, willing to pay all your damn bills. They at the graveyard, honey. Yeah, them good men's at the graveyard. I'm talking about the men's my grandmama and them used to have, honey. They gone to glory. So y'all women better buckle up your boots and buckle up your belt strap, honey. And you better go on and hit that 9 to 5, because them good men's is gone to glory.
So it's now been about 3 months since me and my ex split, and I'm realizing that I cannot afford my lifestyle. So much to the point where I actually miss that ugly cheater so much right now. Let that be the last time I decide to play detective or ask too many questions, because I can't do this. I really can't.
Here's the secret to getting a man to pay your rent or bills, okay? What you have to do is, first of all, establish a relationship. Nothing is free. You need to establish a relationship where at least they can call you and talk to you and they feel like they're super close to you, right? Then from there, you need to have other expenses, whether it's like emergency stuff that popped up or whatever it is. You need to have other expenses that kind of insinuate that paying your rent is going to be a bit much, okay? Not saying that you don't have it. You don't have to like lie like that, but you can say like, oh my God, I had to like replace all 4 of my tires. Oh my gosh, I had car trouble. I had to pay this. I had to pay that. And a man who really is messing with you, like, or a man who wants to mess with you heavy, he's going to be like, oh wow, like he's going to try and help you. But you cannot be prideful. If he offers to help you, you have to be specific about what you need help with. And boom, go from there.
You guys sell yourselves as a commodity, and then you wonder why men don't respect you.
Hey ladies, one time I told a dude that when I get married, I want someone who is going to provide for me and pay all of these bills. Duh. He said something to the effect of, you don't want a man, you want a dad. You must not have a dad ever, blah, 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 blah. No, sir. I do have a dad. That's why I want that. My dad spoiled me to death and still does to this day. If I call that man right now and tell him I need some money, it's going to be my cash out within the next 10 minutes. So you think I'm going to go from that to being in a relationship with a man who don't do nothing for me? Does that make sense to you? Like, just make it make sense. Make it make sense. That's what a man is supposed to do, in my opinion. Now, if that's not how you feel, that's completely okay. There are plenty of women out here on the earth who do not believe that a man's job in a relationship is to protect and provide. Go find one of them and do whatever it is that dummies do when they get together. But if you want to be over here, it's going to cost you something, sir. Sorry, blame David.
Yeah, it does. Y'all need to be doing things for each other equally. I'm not your dad. I'm not your parent. We are in a committed relationship where we understand and respect each other's abilities and capabilities, and we work to improve each other. So no, there's not going to be a parent-child dynamic here where I'm paying all of the bills and you're doing nothing.
I'm just tripping out the fact that I just got paid today, and the bitch broke. Why? I hate work. Sometimes I be wishing that I'm just swoop me up and just pay all my bills, and I could keep my money. The struggle is real out here, man. You remember when you was a little kid and you was talking about, I can't wait till I grow up? I wish I can go back being a kid, because this is some. Amen. I'm just tripping out the fact that I just got paid today, and it broke. Why? I hate work. Sometimes I be wishing that I'm just swoop me up and just pay all my bills, and I could keep my money. The struggle is real out here, man. You remember when you was a little kid and you was talking about, I can't wait till I grow up? I wish I can go back being a kid, because this is some. Amen.
Talking about being provided for. And I get the whole male, female thing. Like I said, I think some of us our age went a little too far the other direction, but I get the whole provider thing. But I know a number of men who are really good providers, who may not have jobs that pay an enormous amount of money, but they're very good providers. Conversely, I know men who make a lot of money who aren't worth whatever. And then the other thing occurs to me, I mean, I'm a mother of a son. So I'm sort of like, so boys my son's age, he's like 30. Okay, so what kind of message is this sending to my son? It's not bad for him to feel like he needs to be a provider, but what kind of message is this sending to him about his value as a human being, if it's only to bring home a paycheck?
So I see these clips of all these women talking about where have the providers and protectors gone. Let a 60-year-old man tell you young men out there from experience. 3 different marriages, 10 different kids, 7 of them step. You get nothing out of being a provider or a protector. Nothing. Insults, ridicule, abandonment, that's all that awaits you. People won't even remember all the sacrifices that you made, financially, physically, or in any way. They won't even care. So young man, save yourself. Focus on yourself. Put your money in your pocket. Worry about your own survival, because nobody else will.
Okay, so I just seen a video on my For You page. The creator's video, who I seen, his name was John Cannon 2.0. Now, he was green screening another woman's video where the woman said, these men want to take you out, like on a trip. They want to take you on a trip. And she was like, pay a bill first. Like, no, I don't want to go to Miami. Pay a bill. You know what I'm saying? And so he green screened the video talking about broke women is hard to love, like avoid broke women. Okay. Yeah, John Cannon, I'm going to tag you below because I disagree. You know, as far as being a broke woman, I can't relate. I'm not rich, but, I work 2 jobs and blah, blah, blah. Still, if a nigga talking about, let me take you on a trip, I'm going to do the same thing as that woman said. Pay a bill. Going on that trip won't help nothing I got going on right now. You know what I'm saying? I got lights, water, gas, mortgage. I got 2 cars. I would rather you put money down on a bill that I need. That trip is optional. Now, let the man tell you, I don't want to pay no bill. I want to spend the money that I want to spend, and we're going on a trip. As a woman, I'm going to politely decline. No, thank you. I got real bills that's due. And it ain't got to do with me being broke. If you want to take me out on a trip, that means you're okay with spending good money. You're okay with spending the money. Why can't you apply the money to the places where I need it in my life? If you're doing it for me, you're taking me out on a trip, you're trying to treat me, why wouldn't you pay the bills instead? Why? If the trip is to treat me, and I'm telling you where the money could be more beneficial in my life, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? I don't get it. That's just like me being asked to write a Christmas list of things I want for Christmas. And then my Secret Santa purposely gets me what they want me to have. Thank you. But why? I just told you everything that I wanted, everything that I, needed. But yet you get me what you wanted me to have. Why? That don't help me. Like, I appreciate it, but no, thank you. So I don't know about the quote, broke women is hard to love. I'm not a broke woman. I never did nothing for me. So don't let them lie to you. And even if they ever said they did anything for me, y'all make sure y'all ask for some proof, and they never paid my bills. So I can't agree with the quote, broke women are hard to love. But I do agree with the woman in the video. You want to take me out on a trip? Pay a bill. The bills you pay of mine going to be cheaper than the money you're going to spend on the trip. If you're going to use the money for me anyway, place the money use the money for something that's beneficial for me. Thank you.
A dude in the comments said, well, let's read the woman first. The woman said, this is the one time that I'm going to disagree with you. If we're dating, there is no way he's responsible for my financial shortcomings. That's all you need to hear.
Okay, so I have this man who pays all my bills, right? It's been a year or two of this, and he sends me money twice a month, all right? Covers all my bills, my rent, everything. And I actually don't know what to do because I don't want to lose him, right? But also, he's been driving me up the wall lately with the things that he's been asking me. For example, a couple days ago, he's like, we're all in the meeting, are you joining? And I'm like, I was tanning. I'm like, no, I don't really want to join a meet. You go and enjoy your meeting, I guess. Literally today, first thing in the morning at 9 a.m. he's like, are you online today? I'm like, what are you asking me right now? And then at noon, he's like, can you respond to these emails? Can you get the PowerPoint deck to the clients? I'm like, well, literally, why are you actually texting me the most annoying stuff in the world right now? I don't know. Am I being a bit? I just feel like he doesn't really understand our dynamic.
So you mean that your husband wants you to understand what bills are going in and out of the house, and he's creating structure and responsibility? I know this is a joke.
Y'all, moral of the story, men are supposed to pay all the bills in 2025. I don't care what nobody says. Men are supposed to pay all the bills, and females, y'all can talk to whoever you want. You don't have to be tied down. So my friend, she don't even know what this post was at the beginning. Y'all, she don't even know what I was saying. I said men are supposed to pay all the bills in 2025.
Oh, hell.
Man, I know you playing around. This gotta be satire.
So let me get this straight. A man can't text you guys, what are you doing, because you got $2,000-$3,000 worth of monthly bills? I don't think you're really out here looking for a real man, like an alpha man, a king, somebody who can teach you, guide you, lead you, somebody that you can actually build a foundation with, get some genuine chemistry going. Y'all not looking for that. Y'all are out here looking for somebody to help you. Y'all are out here looking for a sponsor, somebody to sponsor your lifestyle. Because I'm trying to understand, when did it become a man's responsibility to even give you anything during the dating phase? A man is not responsible for your monthly bills in the dating phase. You're not his woman. And what makes you think that a man does not have his own bills? His own responsibilities. That is why a lot of you ladies cannot enjoy the dating phase, because you are out here dating for all the wrong reasons. When you are dating somebody, it should really only be about just seeing if you and this person got a connection. Can we build together? Are we on the same page? Do we got the same beliefs, the same values? Something along those lines. But y'all get so frustrated. Well, he keep texting me, what you doing? And he ain't asking me how much is my rent and my car note. That's not his problem. A real man is not getting ready to lead with his money. Only an insecure man lead with his money. There is some man that will give you money in the first couple of months, but that's a man that don't know himself. A man that knows himself, he's going to find out a turnoff that you're even asking him for money. Allow that man to give you that good gesture. A man that is genuinely interested in you, he's going to see any type of weight that he can lift off of you, so you wouldn't have to ask to begin with. But if you ladies are out here drowning in your own monthly bills like that, to the point where you frustrated and can't date somebody for the genuine reasons, then you shouldn't be dating. You need to go worry about your bills, get them situated, and then come back to the dating field, because your bills is nobody else's responsibility but your own. As long as a man is respecting you, making time for you, and he's showing you that he is consistently interested, that is all you should be asking for in the dating phase. Y'all got to stop this. Y'all begging way too much. That's dry begging. That's what that is. So
listen, if a man paying all my bills, He ain't never gotta cook or clean again. Even his body, I clean that too.
Tell me why this turned me off. I've been chatting with a guy from Tinder. We have not met up yet. He asked me certain spots I like to go to. I listed about 5. He picks the one that I like the least, and he starts hyping it up. Then I say, actually, this other place is the place I've been wanting to go to lately. I'd rather go there. He said that place is a little pricey. Pricey. We've never even went on a date yet. Mind you, the place that he was hyping up, the prices are basically the same, if not more, at that place. I need help from Shira right now. Shira, I need Shira to tell me exactly how to handle this situation because the second he said pricey, it had me thinking, am I gonna have to pull out my wallet if he can't afford it? If you can't afford a $14 martini, so that means 2 martinis, say he gets one, I get one. $28 plus a tip, say 40, 50 bucks. You can't afford $50 to go on a date with a woman, and we've never even met, and it would be the first time. Wouldn't you think the first time that you're gonna go on a date with someone is the one you're gonna show out the most? Try to impress, be the man, try to impress. Like I am losing faith in dating, and it's so awful. I just want to be taken care of. I want to be provided for. I want to be spoiled. I want to not worry about money. I've said this to men that I've been talking to, like that I've been on dating app and whatever, is that the only way that I would let a man come into my space, because I have my own space, whatever, is if they're gonna pay my rent, if they're gonna pay my bills. I can provide for myself, and I would rather provide for myself and be by myself than have a guy in here splitting rent, because you know what that is? A roommate. You know what that is? A friend. That's not your fan. It just pains my soul, truly. And people ask me, oh, why are you single? Because the men have not been men. It really drives me crazy, truly. I'm just kind of at a loss right now. Sugar daddy life it is. Gonna just go on OnlyFans. Those men are giving me money. These men are giving me money. Love is a scam. And these feminine men, just because it's like they have this feminine energy, and like a more masculine woman like myself is like, oh, I like that. Oh, we're equals. No, I don't want to be equal with my man. I want them to be a man, and I want me to be a woman, and I want to be feminine, soft, a woman, a goddess, just to be able to take care of the home, relax, cook, clean, take care of the kids, the pets, the space, make it, do the laundry, do the dishes, like I said, do all the things, like make the bed, like keep the homes like comfortable, stable, and be able to be feminine in my home, and then let a man go out to work. He works to make money to then provide for his home that is being made by me. Because I've made the home. I have the home, and I know that I can make it, and I know that I can make it on my own. But the thing is, like, I don't want to work. I don't. I would rather have a man provide for me. So where are the provider men? And hit me up, because I can't do this anymore.
Somebody in the comments said, too much entitlement. That dude should run from this lady. Another person said, expecting a monetary investment from a guy you've never even met. What are you bringing to the table? Period. These modern women, I'm not sure where they're getting their entitlement from, but it's not attractive. Neither is it cute.
The one question I've been getting more than most, especially lately, and I'm assuming it's because I'm getting older, but it's, why are you single? And I'm always so puzzled when people ask me, because have you tried dating? It's exhausting, and I don't like participating. First things first, I'm not the easiest person to date, and I know this. I'm difficult, my love have my own way, I'm miserable, I'm moody, and on top of all of that, I'm kind of strict. But me aside, I feel like there's very little, if any, effort that goes into dating lately. I remember I met this guy, and he told me I should plan the date. Mind you, this was our first date. I should plan the date and let him know. Okay. I don't know. I'm just thinking, if you're interested in dating somebody, especially for the first date, you should have that nailed down to the T. The only thing you should ask me is when I'm available and plan around it. So you have all the details. Hey, don't make any plans for 6 o'clock on Friday. It's not that difficult. I don't understand. Another thing, the standard is what is below hill, because that's where the standard is right now. There are men that will literally just text you like them know you from a long time. Yo, come link me. Who are you talking to? I don't understand. But the bigger issue is there are women that accepts this. That's the problem. The man them get used to the girl them with on a standard, or they don't acknowledge that they have standards, or them grew up without a father or a father will love them, and then they meet a girl like me, and immediately I'm doing too much. No, I'm just expecting you to act like you have some sense. I remember a man tried to make me feel bad because I tell him, so like, you need to carry me up on a date. He might ask me if my friend for restaurant. You can't make this. And another thing, this generation of man expect woman to run them down. And I know there's a man somewhere saying, woman love going like them at the prize because we are. I don't know where we lost the plot, but women been the prize, or the prize will forever be the prize. And I guess you have to blame the woman them, because some women aren't really standing on business and letting men know that they value themselves. Them allow the man them to tell them how much them value. What's happening? I don't understand. Too much things are going in the dating world, and me just not have the time for it, me not have the patience. And then of course the man them lie. You meet a man today and you have to be so specific with your question them. I remember I was talking to this guy. Mind you, the man told me same like me, I wear text and whatever. And I jokingly brought up something about a girlfriend. And in the midst of that conversation, he said, oh, by the way, I have a baby on the way, but it's good, man. And then to wrap it up, I could go on and on. But the man them don't really like women, I don't think the men really like women. I feel like they like vagina. They love the femininity. But they don't like and respect women on a whole. If you ask a man who in a relationship for 3 to 5 years, what's your girlfriend passionate about? What is she into? What's her 5-year plan? What keeps her up at night? Radio silence. So what's the point of dating? I don't understand. Or maybe me I take it too serious. My bad. But yeah, the dating thing on me, I don't know how I'm gonna find my husband, because it's ghetto. I'm gonna have time for waste. I'm gonna hungry, so I'm gonna go pandi go look food. And I do want a relationship. It's just that I'm not desperate for a relationship, because you have some people, them really, really want love to the point where them sell out them values, them sell out them morals, and them sell out everything that they're looking for in a relationship. And I'm not saying that you're gonna find a perfect person, but at the very least, the person have to make sense. But anyway, thanks for coming to my TED Talk. I thank you.
Woman in the comments said, when I see the guys out with their boys, they are the happiest, versus when I see them out with their woman, not even a smile. It's rough for us women, especially when we have standards. So what you took from the man being happy with his friends versus the man being happy with his woman, or not smiling with his woman, is because he doesn't like his woman. You didn't stop and think, what is this woman doing to him? What kind of problems is this woman causing? It's got to be the man's fault.
First thing that we tell a woman when we're saying, okay, she doesn't have to pay rent. The first thing all women do is, well, I hope you're saving. I hope you're planning for a rainy day, and I hope you're prepared to. Why is it that I can't trust the person that I'm with, that he's taking care of the bills? You see what I'm saying? Do you guys hear what I'm trying to say? Is that it's still coming from a place of fear. And it doesn't have to. To this type of living arrangement, I would have to swallow my pride. And that's the thing that a lot of women are not willing to do. They're not willing to swallow their pride. They'd rather go to work They'd rather say, I want to be able to clap back, argue back, say whatever I want, move how I want, do whatever I want, and go to work. And that's masculine energy. I've learned to not clap back. If this man is upset, if this man feels the type of way, if this man needs something out of me, that's what I do. And honestly, I live a more peaceful life. Yes, there have been arguments where I'm like, okay, what am I going to do? We had an argument. And I think that's what the thing women are talking about. Like, what are you going to do if this man has an argument and wants to get rid of you? Well, the thing is, that's very unlikely for a man. A man typically never gets rid of a woman. So that's first and foremost. Women typically leave. It's very rare that a man is like, okay.
That's really it. And this isn't to say that you don't have a discussion and you don't voice your concerns, because a man needs to hear it. But it's the clap back. It's, oh, well, I got a job anyway, so I can say whatever I want. That's really what it is. Your mind, well, I don't want him to take advantage of me, and I don't know. It's the fact that you don't want to listen to anybody. So you want somebody, but you want that person to love you on your terms. You want that person to love you and talk to you how you want to be talked to. So essentially, you're not looking for a partner. You're looking for like a robot is really what you're looking for. You're looking for a service. You're essentially in so many ways with your body paying for that man to love you how you want to be loved. And that means taking you on expensive vacations. That means taking you to nice dinners, fancy dinners, buying you nice stuff, right? And what's your payment to him? Every so often, I buy him a nice pair of shoes. Every so often, I do a little bit in the bedroom. I'll give him a special treat for his birthday, right? Maybe I might wear something nice for him every so often. That's really his payment. And even that payment is optional. That's a deal, man. To be able to do that, that's a steal. That's a steal. To be able to go in and eat dinner, or to be able to go in and enjoy the amenities of something and then just pay when you have time. I'm thinking of that app Rocket Mortgage, where they allowed you to basically budget or put your budget on there. Some of you might know what I'm talking about, but you go in there and create your whole budget. You connect your credit cards and they tell you what your spending is, and stop this, don't do that, or do more of this to try to get your credit in line. Basically keep track of your spending. And then they say, well, there's no specific subscription, but we encourage you, if this app is basically being useful to you, to give something. We want everybody to be able to have access to pretty good tools. And so, we don't charge a specific fee, but, basically whatever you feel led to give. That's what these modern women are doing. They're wanting a man to say, hey, we believe every woman should have a good man, a fantastic man. And, if you don't feel like giving, then you don't have to. If you don't have much to give whatever you can, whenever you can. If you want to give $2, literally, I'm not joking. If you want to give $2, then give $2. And that's what they're doing. I want to give you a little bit for 2 minutes, or I can give you a little bit of my time for 2 minutes, or I can do some halfway private time, private job for you, little something for you, if you get my drift, right? Halfway doing stuff. You wanted a massage, your back's hurting, your feet is hurt, your feet are hurting, maybe your hands are hurting. If you're working at the office all day, you type a lot, I could give you a massage on your shoulders, head massage, neck massage, halfway doing it, not really enthusiastic about it, not really enthusiastic about cooking, not really enthusiastic about cleaning. Just, and I understand a lot of people are not going to be enthusiastic about work, but you're not enthusiastic about nothing at all. And a man is supposed to say, yeah, that's enough. Well, every woman still deserves love. Pass.
I need to get something off of my chest. Why can't love pay the bills? I'm up here at my husband's job, and I am a stay-at-home wife, y'all. I don't have a job. However, I do have Authentically Her Called and Crowned, so I have founded a community. So I am an entrepreneur. However, I don't have a 9-to-5 job. And y'all, before my husband came home, I prayed that God would bless my husband with leadership and stewardship over our family. And I prayed that I could be a stay-at-home wife, that I didn't have to go out and work to pay bills, because I had done that before and I didn't want to do that anymore. So can we just talk about what it means to be a stay-at-home wife? Because I don't have kids right now either. I do have my sassy mama back there. But I'm at his job and I came up here to get some kisses from him, to get some love from him. And when he went back in there, I'm just like, man, why can't love pay the bills? I want my husband home. I want my husband. And I'm just sitting here pouting, but it's like, thank God that it's not me that has to do it. But y'all, pray for what you want. Ladies, pray for what you want in a man, in the man that God has for you. If he is not there yet, if he is already there, fast and pray for it, because it can and will happen. I can't and won't tell you that we are overflowing with money, that our finances are overflowing right now. But do I feel that they're overflowing in the name of Jesus? Yes. We have a lot of overflow in our life right now because there are more opportunities that are available for him. However, we have just enough right now, and I am more than okay with saying that, because there was a time before we gave our life to God where we had a lot of everything but not enough of God, and now we have more God than anything. And I definitely know that God is teaching us to be humble, to appreciate what he has for us right now in this season, because we're about to walk into a new season. I already know it. We've declared and decreed it. It's already done. So ladies, whatever you want in a man, whatever you want to see in a man, ask God to allow that to happen for him. Fast and pray on it. And also fast and pray for you, that you are able to support the man that you are praying for. Because my husband doesn't complain about his job, but he comes home to a woman that needs to have peace in the home. Like I am the peace in the home. So I need to be able to help him to relax, have a meal on the table, run his bath water, massage him. There are things that I do to be sure that he is comfortable having that peace and seeing the fruits of his labor, because it is a privilege to say that, man, I have a stay-at-home wife, my wife don't work. That is a privilege. And at the same time, I want to be able to pour that back into him. I want to see him. I want to hear him. I want to hear all of him. I want to be able to be a listening ear and open to him. And I also need to be understanding that at this moment right now, even if a man has a lot of money, that there is a lot of pressure with a man going out to work and coming home, and there's turmoil in the home. So ladies, we have to be the crown of our husband. We are to honor him. So that's what I wanted to say, y'all. So to my stay-at-home wives, to my women in general, who are women who have men supporting them financially and you are enjoying it, congratulations to you. If you've never had it and you want it, it is coming. Congratulations to you. And I pray that for you girls, to be able to have a man that supports you through everything that you do and will always be your yes man. Because I have a yes man. Everything I say I want to do, he says, I'm riding with you, mama. And I love that about him. We've been together 17 years, okay? We've been married almost 7. So, yeah, I hope that you get that, girl. Okay, I'm done. Marriage is good. Love you, bye.
So her comment or her caption here says, if you want a man that pays the bills, be ready for what comes with that. I do have streams of income, but not a 9-to-5. If he doesn't have the funds for what you want to do, you have to be ready for that. Him being unavailable sometimes, you have to be ready for that. Him loving on you all the time, you have to be ready for that. Obviously, okay, chill out. Being his peace, be ready for that. Ooh, you lost them, sis. They clicked off. Marriage is so beautiful. And it truly is a partnership. Praying fast for what you want in a man. And don't be surprised if God doesn't package him the way you're used to having a man. What do you mean by that, Miss Kennard? Well, she says, you want a man that's 7 feet tall? He might just be 5'6". Oh, you lost him again. The crowd that was sticking around, you lost him. These modern women don't want to hear nothing you got to say. They want a magical man, a unicorn, which they have not found yet. So, too bad. Woman in the comments said, this is such a great message. I told my husband when we were just dating that I wanted to be a stay-at-home wife. Never did I consider what all that comes with. I know. And this is what men be saying.
the more he's financially invested in you, the more he's going to be emotionally invested in you as well, okay? So, I want you to understand that a provider man does not want competition, okay? He don't care about your degrees. He don't care about how smart you are, okay? I know a lot of y'all gonna be offended about that, but that's okay because you shouldn't want a man for you to be smarter than him, like as a need, okay? A man does not have any other qualification if he really wants you and he really wants to provide for you and he really want to take care of you and claim you. He not gonna let you go by investing in you. So whatever it is that you want and need, he's not gonna want you to look elsewhere. He's not gonna want you to go clock in at a job because you like, why are you working for other people and like now you can't spend time with him, right? So my man made me a spoiled stay-at-home girlfriend because he wants me to be able to like go with him whenever. Like I don't have to ask for no PTO, ask for no vacation and get paid from another man. But you know what I mean? Like working for other people, like he don't want that. One thing about the qualities about my man, whether we first started talking, how I knew that he was a qualified one was when he told me and he asked me, "What is your goal? Like, what are your goals?" So, you know, instead of getting offended and thinking that he wants me to like thinking that I'm employee mindset stuff like that, I told him I don't really want to work. I told him I don't really want to work if it's not for like something that makes me happy, like my own business, okay? Like I'm an entrepreneurship person, but I feel like, you know, I don't really want to work if I feel like I don't feel like doing that. Like I don't want to like hustle or bustle. I just want to like, you know, follow my own goals, my own passion. And he loved that. We never really had a talk about like bills. Like, it was just automatic that he made it known in the beginning that he would take care of everything, okay? And how I know is because whenever I tell him what I want and what I need, he just automatically provides. I don't have to ask, okay? Sometimes and a lot of times he's the one asking me, "Hey, you know, have you paid your car note? Like, you know, have you made an appointment for your hair and for your nails? You know, you need new shoes, you need this," you know what I mean? Like, I know a lot of people, like some women out there that haven't had that kind of experience, but I'm telling you this right now because I want you to know that it's also possible for you, okay? And if you are looking to attract your own provider man and you're trying to figure out like what you need to know, I want you to go ahead and save this video and also follow my page and go to my page and go to the part 1, part 2. Before I met my man, he used to be talking to this girl that had 3 kids, okay? And if you go to the part 2, either part 1 or part 2, you know what I'm talking about this apartment, okay? And actually this apartment, it was this girl that used to live there was the girl that he used to talk to, okay, before he met me, okay? But within a few months, like 3 months, they only were talking for like 3 months, and he already provided her her own apartment, okay? Think about this, that the reason why they didn't work out is because she was trying to compete with him. When I'm telling you right now, you should not be competing with a man. And what do I mean by competing, okay? I mean financially. Like, he don't care if you cook and clean. That's not his priority. He knows how to like figure that out, okay? Like, that's not a man's number one thing. A provider man wants a woman that will allow him to be the man, to be the one who steps up and takes care of everything. Someone who will trust him, put faith in him, and actually just encourage him. Like, I don't know how else for you guys to understand this, but a provider man just wants someone who will support him emotionally, mentally, not financially, okay? He wants you to have faith in him to take care of you, your needs, and your kids' needs if you have kids. So this girl that he used to talk to, they had 3 kids, he used to live at that apartment. She wanted basically she wanted to work at a club, okay? Like, I don't know, she's trying to be a dancer or something, but she was trying to work at a club with that. You know, clubs have a lot of men. I don't know if you, either way, if you're trying to be a bartender, trying to be a dancer, you know, like, still, he didn't invite that. So he told her that it's not going to work out because of that. You know, because she was already showing the investment that he was already investing in her, getting her an apartment. And I saw those like boxes of like gifts, but like, you know, like she just dipped out, like, cause she got kicked out pretty much because she was like, he didn't really explain to her, but he was just like, it's just not gonna work out. Like, you know, what you're trying to do, it's not for the long run. And even his ex-wife, my man's ex-wife, she wasn't like a stay-at-home wife because she didn't really feel like he would like tell me, like he used to like bring her flowers and stuff like that, and she would like deny it. She would say, oh, you don't have to give me that, or we don't need to do that because we could use the money for something else. You know what I mean? Instead of appreciating your man bringing you flowers and stuff, like when you're telling your man to not do things for you, it's like actually it's hurting their feelings because it's like, you don't want me to show affection to you type. Like, picture this, if a man trying to give you money and trying to protect you and provide for you, and you're denying it, you're like rebuttaling it, you're only telling him that you're not worth it, okay? And she was the type to like cook and clean, as she thinks that's like what he needed from her, but she wasn't like supportive in a lot of things. It's another story, but follow for the next part.
But a lot of the women out there don't have this type of experience because they don't know how to interact with a man. There are plenty of men that might not be able to give all the things that you're able to get, but in order for you to access this lifestyle, there's going to be things that come with it. You mentioned something in terms of he wants you available to him. Modern women don't want to be available to the men. They don't want to be available to anybody but themselves. The focus is going to be on them, right? There's going to be no catering to the dude at all. And if a man is saying, if I'm putting this much money, if I'm investing this much money into a person, they need to be available to me. I need to have especially if I'm investing a whole lot of money, I need to have a lot of influence over them, right? Because where I put my money, that's where my protection is going to be. That's where my provision, that's where my structure is going to be, right? They're not going to throw their money out in the yard somewhere so people can come pick it up and just leave it and just take it. So all of their treasure can be gone. They're going to build a safe somewhere, and they're going to hide that safe. They're going to lock it away. They're going to be able to access that safe wherever it is, day or night, right? But modern women don't want to be that. They don't want to be first of all, they don't want to be a safe for a man at all. They don't want to be locked away for a man at all. They don't want to be exclusive. What modern women want today is they want people to have the key to that safe and to know exactly where it is. Not just the man's friends. They want strangers, enemies, robbers, whoever it is, at a whim. People like Chris Brown to have a key to that safe, to know exactly where that safe is. So anytime they feel, even if it's not every day, they feel like it, they can come in and unlock that thing. Just whenever they feel like it. And a man is saying, people don't need to be coming in and out of my house. This is my safe. I built this safe. This belongs to me. Only I have access to it. But if a man should say, it's the only person that should be having access to the safe is me, or in this case, romantically, the only person that should have access to you is me, exclusivity, not controlling, but access to you is me, then he's called insecure. He's called controlling. He's called being narcissistic, demanding, manipulative. But that's not the case. It's just that I've put in a lot, and now I'm expecting that because I've paid a high price for this, I'm the only one that can have access. The only one that can talk to you, influence you, provide structure for you. If you're going to the club and you're accepting drinks, from other dudes. You're accepting food and free gifts and stuff like that. Now, it's one thing if a friend takes you out for lunch or something like that. Or if somebody just says, hey, this was paid for by Mr. Johnson over there. Oh, I appreciate that. There's nothing that you can really do about that, because sometimes people just give you stuff. And you say, oh, no, hold on. I don't want it. I appreciate it, but I don't want it. They done already gone off. And so you might come home and you might say, oh, hey, babe, man, some man in the mall or somebody gave me food. Oh, man, you accepting food from me now? No, man, I tried to give it back to him and he just walked off. All right, well, be careful out there. I am, babe, I'm telling you. That's the difference between going over there and entertaining the man and saying, are you going to buy me and my girl's food? Knowing that you got a man at home. You're no longer exclusive to the man. Why would a man pay for that? And so this woman is probably catering a little bit more to her man than she's letting on. And she said, like I said, he's got access. If he wants me, that's where I am. That's where I'm going to be. And so in turn, if he knows, okay, I'm trying to tell you, this only makes sense. All of these gifts and stuff on the table, it only makes sense because I would put all my treasure in the safe. The Louis bags, the shoes, all of that, I'm not gonna mind buying that because it's going into my safe. Does that make sense? Are you getting that? I'm gonna put my weapons for some of the guys in my safe. I'm gonna put my precious jewelry, something that I don't think has a price on it. I'm gonna put documents, anything of quality, anything of substance, anything of sentimental value. That's why they have lock boxes. For that reason, that you have to go to the bank, you have to have a couple of keys to unlock it. That's why they have that, because it's very, very valuable to them. Modern women don't understand that.